Massive Allied air power is unleashed on northern France. Nearly 200 ships bombard 50 miles of the Normandy coastline. Bill Cutler.
Battleships, cruisers, destroyers, pounding away at the enemy beaches. Goodness knows how any living thing can stand up to such terrific battering.
Lieutenant Cyrus Eidlert, USS Bayfield.
It was like 1,000 4th of Julys rolled into one. The resounding blasts were terrifying. The ship shook and quivered as if she knew what was happening.
US forces are to attack the beaches codenamed Utah and Omaha. Corporal Gil Murdoch on his way to Omaha.
The transporters had engines. We clambered over the railings into the landing craft. Some guys were seasick. Some were arguing over little things that didn't count. Some guys, like myself, were just standing there, thinking and shivering.
Sergeant Levers of the Canadian Scottish Regiment approaches Juno Beach.
The machine gun bullets are starting to whine. The boys are keeping their heads down. Here we go. The ramp is down.
On Omaha, Sergeant Harry Bear.
My radio man had his head blown off 3 yards from me. The beach was covered with bodies. Men with no legs, no arms. God, it was awful.
Lieutenant Alex Sudborough, number 45 Commando, Royal Marines, Sword Beach.
I couldn't help noticing the sweet, sickly smell and the number of battle-dressed bodies surrounded by a pinkish tinge, gently floating on the tide line.
Captain Jim Roberts, Omaha.
There were bodies everywhere. As I went by, I heard people screaming for morphine. There wasn't a thing I could do.
Lieutenant John Pelly of the Royal Navy is aboard HMS Eglinton, watching the return of the landing craft from the first assault wave.
I'll never forget the chaos. A mixture of blood and fuel, with legs and heads sticking out. They came alongside. We hauled the wounded out and placed them on the deck in their awful suffering, doing what little we could.
Canadian Charlie Martin.
We had all joined up in 1940, had trained together, had lived together, and had just been together every day for the last 4 years. Friends who became brothers, only to lose more than half of us.
BBC Home Service. D-Day has come. Under the command of General Eisenhower, Allied naval forces, supported by strong air forces, began landing Allied armies this morning on the northern coast of France.
By the end of D-Day, more than 180,000 Allied troops have secured a narrow beachhead in Normandy. In some places, they have advanced up to 5 miles inland. Although the airborne assault has been fraught with difficulty, most units have been joined by land troops.